Hey,
ESPN on
you guys rather hear from players anyhow.
Right. I asked for you
Okay.
guys today.
All right, we'll just open it up for questions. And we've got, Zach and I have the mics. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, just talk about how that Florida win really has set you guys up for this Texas Southern team coming in this Friday. And each one of you can kind of go if you want. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, it was a tough win. It took a lot of focus, and I feel like we can take a lot of the things from this game and just learn from it and grow from it. Because Texas Southern, they're a fast team. Played them last year, and I mean, we won, but it wasn't a good win. So we really have to come in focus and just take those learning opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Texas Southern always brings the fight, and I think we showed that we did too against Florida. And so I just think that carryover was going to definitely be like the work that we put in for this prep for Florida.
I know it takes a village to get these wins, but just overall, you two, you can talk about each one of you guys, the way that your style of play works together as a dynamic duo on this team.
I think any duo with her in it is going to be pretty good. So, I mean, I love playing with T, and I think that, we both just work well together ever since freshman year. I think we just came in and automatically clicked, and it was just so fun to play with, always finding each other. But I think, like you said, it takes a village, and I think that our team does a really good job of, finding us when we're hot. We know when to look for each other, and I just think that it was a good team win. I think we both, our whole team, contributed to that.
Yeah, going off what Delaney said, we've been playing with each other since freshman year, so the chemistry is definitely there. And, days that I don't feel as well or feel good, I know Delaney's going to have my back. She's, the best. She's a leader on this team, and she's going to bring it no matter what. So that's what I just appreciate the most about playing with Delaney is knowing that she's going to always bring her best in the fight.
How have y'all seen the team grow with just a few non-conference games left?
I think our communication has grown a lot. In practice, we've been trying to work on that a lot, and a lot of teams probably struggle with this area, but I feel like our communication on defense and with each other and just the connectedness was just all there, and energy.
Mm-hmm. I think we just become more focused. Now, finals, everything, you can just get by with just the routine and everything. But now it's we know we're playing a tough non-conference schedule. We know what it takes every game. So now I think it's just realizing how much extra it really does take and just leaning on each other and just working in practice, competing in practice. I think that's where we've grown. We know what practice means and how that correlates to how we perform in the next game.
How did you guys celebrate the Florida win? It's not very often you see Coach Angie jumping up and down, getting water sprayed all over. How did you guys celebrate?
Y'all saw some of the videos that she had. We definitely focus on how that we need to celebrate each little thing, and I think that was just a huge win for our program. And you saw the water, and
yeah.
when she gets crazy, she gets crazy. So it was just a fun win.
Yeah. Just like Delaney said, even throughout the game, the little details, everybody was there. It took the whole team to win that game, and we can't say it we can say it as much as we want. It takes the full team, and every detail that we celebrate, that matters.
And Tamara, for you, on the broadcast, they were talking about, especially first half, how much was falling on Delaney because of the defensive pressure put on you. But eventually, you still got it going. What was it about the second half that let you really, I guess, offensively do more?
Just going into halftime, just regrouping and just letting the game come to me. There's no reason to force. There's no reason to, get down on myself because, we're still in the game. So it's about the team. So I feel like the second quarter is just a little bit more focused and just letting the game come to me.
And then last one for both of you. Hopefully have different answers. Between Katya and the development she's had over the offseason, what she's been able to do early this season, Maddie Cartwright coming in as a freshman, who has surprised you the most through this non-conference slate and who's really contributed to your success early this season?
I don't think there's really any surprises. We all off-season, we know who was putting in the work, and everyone is putting in the work. So I think that Katya definitely has, and Maddie, and Ray. I could talk about all of them. But just, I don't think there was any really surprises to me. We all knew what they are capable of, and I think it just shows a different night. Each one of our players can step up, and it's going to be a different one. Who knows? So, like, it's not just a two-man show. We could have any person have double figures any night. So I don't think there was a lot of surprises with that.
I would agree. I would say, like, I mean, Array, definitely, she's coming back, getting back into the season, coming off injury. I mean, she's never been gone to me. I feel like, though, she's always been there. Like, even if she's not on the floor, she's always talking. She's always, you know, just bringing what she can to the team. So I think Array is definitely starting to mesh more. Like, she's coming back. Like, she's starting to get into her groove.
Just the resiliency you guys showed down the stretch of that game. I mean, how valuable is getting tested like that in a non-conference game as you start to get towards conference play and finding ways to kind of close out close games like that?
I mean, we put our conference schedule like this for a non-conference schedule for this like a reason. We knew we had to play tough teams coming into to conference, and I just think that that's how it showed. Like, we know we can compete in any game, but it just how we toughed that one out is like how we're gonna in conference what it's gonna take. So I just think that just gonna part of the process, keep playing these hard teams, and it just, I don't know, kind of build up to conference.
Yeah.
Just overall, this is, I think, your third straight game at home now coming up this Friday, and then you've obviously got Texas Tech next. Just what has it been like having this home stand for a little bit and getting to see, you know, the town of Tulsa come out and support you guys?
It's amazing just to be able to play at home. I personally love home games, just to be able to, me personally, play in front of my family, and it's just a different environment. Yeah.
There's nothing like playing at home in front of your family, friends. Sleep in your own bed, have someone else come into your house and beat them on your court. It's just a good feeling.
Last thing for me, just tell me about Texas Southern. I know you probably haven't got to see Coach Nelp yet, you know, and kind of talk about it, but just what are they? You said you played them, you know, last year, so just tell me about what you guys are preparing for.
I think we're just gonna prepare, you know, not to overlook our opponents. Right, not to overlook our opponents, and just to focus on what we need to do, because we still have a lot of growth to do, and, you know, just to focus on ourselves.
Yeah, they're definitely a very hardworking, gritty team. So it's going to be it's going to be a fight. But I think that we're right now coming into conference really focused, like she said, focused on ourselves and us growing as a team before conference comes up and into this next tournament. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a fight, and we're excited to end this little home run with them.
Ladies, last week in this press conference, Angie talked about rebounding, and it's how important was it? It seemed on the other night that you came out very aggressive on the board. Just how important was that to come out that way? And then obviously, you know, you had over 40 rebounds. I think they had about 40, but you really kept in it against a much bigger team. How important was that to come out that way?
It's very important. Coach Angie, she emphasizes rebounding every game. So for us to come out and do that, especially against a team that is bigger than us, I feel like that's what saved the game. Angie said it in the huddle herself, like the rebounds Hadley was doing, like that was saving our possessions. Like that literally saved us. Like we need those rebounds in order to do what we want to do and be where we want to be.
Yeah, we, like all season, rebounding has been one focus. We weren't great at it last year, and we know to be successful in the American, we're going to have to be a better rebounding team. So I think, and especially playing SEC teams, we're going to be undersized. So I just think that when you have to make a bigger emphasis on it, it's more about fight and effort than it really is about size, and I think that's what we focused on.
Bruce?
For both of you, you know, a year ago you'd get out in front of people and, you know, have upwards of 20, 25-point lead, but then kind of not play as well toward the end of the game and most of the time winning, but kind of hanging on. What was the difference with the Florida game? Because you're down by 5 or maybe 7, I can't remember, but in the fourth quarter, you were the stronger team. So what's the difference between maybe what we saw a year ago and now? Is it maturity or is it something else?
I think it's really just our fight, I think. I don't think there's really – I think last year sometimes we would we would be the reason that we we did it to ourselves. Like, it's not what the other team did to us. It was kind of like internally we would just kind of cruise. But I think we realize now, like, what we're capable of and what it takes to finish those games. And I think there's just more inside of each one of us now, and we know, like, we've been through it. We know, like, what it takes each other, and I think that we're better connected. Maybe we know what I need to do for T, what T has to do for me. So I just think that it's really just about fight.
Yeah, going off what Delaney said, I mean, especially, we had games in the past, like, that were close games, so I feel like we definitely gained some confidence throughout them games to just, we know we can do it. All we have to do is really just focus and just lock in for this last 20 minutes. I feel like we've grown a lot with that.
Anything else, players? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you're good?
Yeah.